Okay. Yeah. Lady Wolf Pack on a whole nother level. Savage as they come, gang of female rebel. Got the sharpest claws, we got the whitest teeth. We coming for your lunch, but we only bring the heat.
Hey y'all, I'm Cassidy, the favorite daughter, obviously.
And I'm Kim, her mom, her match, and the real reason she turned out halfway decent.
Welcome to Mom's Favorite, the podcast where we laugh, vent, and overshare like it's our full-time job.
Yeah. And we're coming straight to you from Austin, Texas, where the queso's hot, the opinions are hotter, and we don't sugarcoat a damn thing.
You know, just think of us as Thelma and Louise, but only they're related and they have a podcast instead of a death wish.
So go ahead and pour yourself something strong, maybe a margarita, get a little snack.
Because here on Mom's Favorite, we got a lot to unpack. Hey MFers, welcome back. It's Cassidy coming at you solo today, but not to worry, I've brought back up my honey David. And today's episode is basically a living room catch-up. We thought we'd just talk about what we've been up to lately and what we're binge watching instead of being productive. And also the looming reality that Christmas is aggressively approaching. It's casual and cozy, so settle in. Let's get into it. So this week we decided to give Mom the week off because she gave me the week off last week. So I have a fill-in co-host today. So say hello to the people.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
This is my honey.
Yep, I'm the husband.
And we just wanted to kind of chat, nothing formal, nothing in particular, but just kind of what we've been up to and some other fun topics. So I figured we'd start with our newest obsession of TV shows.
Yes, Cassidy and I love to watch television and go to movies, and whenever a new show comes out, it's always been our thing to watch stuff together. So we're always into all sorts of shows that come out.
Yeah, and luckily we like the same things. Like we both like horror a lot. So
horrors, dramas, all sorts of stuff.
yeah, there's some things that I'm like, you can watch that alone, but for the most part,
Yes.
we're into the same things. There might be some spoilers, so if you haven't seen these shows, just fast forward. So the first show that is one of our new obsessions, we've already we're almost finished. There's one episode left tonight, actually.
Yes.
Well, it'll be after this episode comes out, but Sunday night is when it comes out, and this is the finale of this first season, so we're really excited. But it's called Welcome to Derry. And so do you want to give a little, what is it?
So Welcome to Derry is a show on HBO. So if you have HBO,
Sponsor us. No, I'm just kidding.
yes, please sponsor the podcast. It's called Welcome to Derry, and basically it is a show that takes place in the Stephen King universe, and he wrote a story called It, and there is very popular movies, It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2, and so this show takes place in the It storyline, and it's basically, I think it's going to be about 3 seasons long, and each season covers a time period in Derry. The show's called Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, Derry, Maine.
Right, Derry, Maine, which is where Pennywise the Clown, who really is this supernatural alien life form, evil creature, it has kind of taken over in this town, and it comes back every 27 years. And so this series is basically talking about different times that it has come back throughout Derry's past.
Yeah,
So-
and like the big like catastrophe or like big things that have happened, like
Right.
big events that have
it
killed a bunch of people.
uses kind of the evil parts of people in that town to create these kind of horrible events that happen that basically give him all of the people he needs to eat to go to sleep for 27 years. So every 27 years there's this huge event that happens, and this series is going to cover the kind of big thing that happens in that year. So
Yeah. Some of you may have seen or heard of the made for TV the made for TV it
yes,
with what's his name?
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry playing Pennywise. And my mom can attest that that was like my favorite movie when I was like only 4 years old. I would call it Itch. I want to watch Itch. So
Yeah, it came out in 1990. So it was a made-for-TV two-parter movie.
so I've been a lifelong Pennywise fan.
And I've been reading Stephen King books
Yes.
ever since I was a kid. And
Yes.
so I'm
Dave
really well
Love.
versed
Yeah.
in all of the Stephen King stories and how they connect.
Mhm.
And it's really interesting is that in the story of it, the book, that's where this show is coming from, is that there's parts of the book where the history of Derry is kind of like covered. Different years, horrible things happened. And so this show is kind of fleshing out what the story is talking about. But within Stephen King's books, he likes to kind of interconnect his stories.
Yeah.
So characters from one story will show up. And in the book, it talked about a character from The Shining, if you've heard of The Shining, showing up in it. And so this show is kind of also talking about that this one character that's in The Shining is in the story of it too.
Yeah. It's really good. We think that some of the acting is a little cheesy, but the horror parts, the Pennywise parts, are really good. And it's kind of a little bit shocking. So if you're not like a fan of like gore
Or if you're not a fan of clowns,
or clown, yeah, there's some clownage. in
Bill
there.
Skarsgård is absolutely incredible
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
Pennywise. And anyway, it's just a really, really good show where the acting is a little cheesy, but it's also kind of like 1960s kind of sensibilities. So
Yeah.
it is a little cheesy on like the melodramatic parts, but then the horror and the lore of it is like incredible. So
And then the other show is Stranger Things. You may have heard of it.
I mean, who has not heard of Stranger Things at this point?
Yeah, so the last season, season 5, the first part of it dropped on Thanksgiving. Well, I guess the day before Thanksgiving. And so we binged that in like 2 days. And
Yeah.
we've been Stranger Things fans since
beginning?
the beginning, and we've rewatched the whole series a couple of times. And so it's exciting. And so far it's really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been invested in the Stranger Things story since it first came out. And, you feel like you've grown up with these characters that
Yeah.
started as kids and now they're all 20-something adults playing high schoolers. But I think they do a good enough job of like making you kind of suspend your disbelief on their ages and stuff. And, it's just really been like the things that they revealed in the end of part 1
Yeah.
about Will Byers, the kid who, he was the one who first got kind of disappeared in the first season.
Mhm.
What they reveal about what he has the potential to do now is
Yeah.
crazy.
It's a redemption for
Yeah.
him. It's quite the stark contrast between his character and like the first 4 seasons.
Yeah, especially, and it's really cool too if like you're a child of the 80s like I am, and Cassidy's the tail end, 87 I guess. But if you grew up in the late 80s early 90s, just kind of seeing them recreate that world from your childhood.
Yeah, all the hair and the clothing and even
the music,
like, the phones, like all the cars, the accessories.
Yeah. And as a musician too, I'm like really big on, they always kind of take a couple like really big like musical themes by taking like songs of the era and kind of Stranger Things-ifying them to make them be like these epic like scores for their seasons.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and then we even got Shep finally into it. So we started watching season 1 with him, and he's like kind of hooked now. So we're like, we got to get him caught up.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But he is like us. He likes horror, so he's only 9, but don't worry, he's not scared. Do you have any like predictions?
Okay,
of
so
what's
predictions for...
So yeah, the next part of season 5 drops on Christmas Day.
And then the finale drops on New Year's Eve. So then that'll be it. The whole story will be done. As far as predictions, I think that... So spoilers if you have not watched Stranger Things up to this point. Just don't listen to this part and come back later. But we see that Will has powers. He's able to funnel the... He's able to basically funnel the powers of Vecna into controlling the Demogorgons. And we've always seen Will be like such a victim to just kind of the control of Vecna and or the Mind Flayer. And, it's been like he's kind of this tragic figure. He grabs his neck and like scared all the time. Well, this time he's not scared. This time he actually is doing something about it. And so one prediction I have is that these powers that he's found, I think it's going to come at a cost for him. I think that he either is going to have to sacrifice something, maybe sacrifice himself, and at the very worst, he
turns evil.
He could maybe succumb to the dark side of Vecna's or the Mind Flayer's powers, and I don't know, he could see a Anakin Skywalker turn to Darth Vader kind of thing. I'm not sure.
We recently learned about the Stranger Things, The First Shadow. It's a play.
Right, Broadway. West End.
Yeah,
Broadway,
it's a play, and it goes really deep into kind of the backstory of Henry Creel, who is Vecna. And we like did all this research, and so now we have like all these like details nobody knows.
I know, and that's kind of the thing is like whenever I get into like some like property of
go deep
media, I just like I get really into like researching like I want to know the backstory of everybody, and like and so this play, they've actually started to draw things from the play, and the Duffer Brothers, who created the Stranger Things story and show, they have said that the play that is being done on stage right now about Henry Creel and Vecna and how that all came to pass, that play is like canon. So it is in the universe and it is real. Whatever they say in that play is what happened. And so I think it's like it's pretty cool to know like what happened. And so I think that there could be some possibilities for even more things to be revealed about Vecna that make us look at Vecna completely differently than he's just like a villain or a monster. So I don't know.
I'm excited.
And of course, everybody thinks that Hopper's gonna die for the millionth time.
Yeah.
And I don't know who else.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious. And we're like, who's dying?
I know. I keep the trailers. They show all the characters hugging and crying. And
yeah, somebody dies.
and somebody's gonna go out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm excited. And what else have we been up to? So yesterday, Cannon had a band performance at our local mall,
Yep.
at the mall for Christmas, and so we all went to that. And it's kind of hard for us to gauge like how comfortable he feels with like his pieces, because
Mhm.
he doesn't like to practice very much, and he doesn't like to talk about what he's learning or what he needs to work on or how comfortable he is. And so we were kind of like, okay, well, we'll see how this goes. But we were very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it's hard with Cannon because, he's just the way his brain works. He doesn't like to talk about when he's having struggles with a certain subject or ability, and even sometimes I think getting help on it is embarrassing for him. And so, I heard him practicing for this, and one thing we're kind of trying to build in him is like, that we want him to, if he's going to do percussion and go on and do music and stuff, that we want it to be something that he wants to do, on his own, and not because I did it or
Right.
I want him to do it or we want him to be successful. It's something that we want him to do. And so, we're just trying to kind of tell him that, like, if you're going to perform, then perform and put the work in so that you are able to perform at your very best and enjoy performing and not be
Right.
scared of performing. And that only comes from preparation and practice. And so
Yeah.
he has been practicing, not as much as I would like or think he should, but he has been practicing. And yeah, yesterday when he performed with the percussion ensemble in the mall, he absolutely crushed it. I mean, he was incredible, and I was tearing up a little bit.
But now he was getting choked up.
Just because.
Just pride.
Just very proud of him. And, it does seem like sometimes he has to kind of overcome kind of things that maybe some other kids don't have to when they're doing the same activity. And he is just absolutely doing incredible yesterday.
Yeah, it was great to see, because I know he feels like he's not good enough to be in honors band, which is like the highest level band in the school. And then yesterday just was proof that he is. So
Oh yeah. And I like watching him play, and I like watching him manage that part of it, because as Cassidy and I are both performers back in the day, and I was, I'm still a drummer every now and then, and so just watching Cannon access that kind of performance part of his brain, because he really is able to, I think, like, kind of click into that mode of playing when he has to, where he's not really scared when he's doing it,
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's really good and really important.
Yeah. And I can always tell that he is anxious beforehand, because he's very much like zoned in, like doesn't want to like socialize or do anything beforehand. He's like, okay, I got to get to work. I got to, get to where I need to be. And
yeah, totally. And I just,
but yeah,
it's just really good to see him getting out in the world and doing things like that. And, but yeah, yesterday he did that, and he has, now he got his music for, the Grisky band got selected to play at TMEA, which is Texas Music Educators Association conference. And so the band's going to get to go play there for kind of demonstrate to other music educators what this middle school band instruction is capable of. And so he got the music for that. So that's in February. And so he's...
Yeah, and we got him a private lesson instructor. So he has that twice a week, which I think helps, because he struggles to practice at home. And so this kind of gives him that time and opportunity with another individual to practice.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. And Christmas is coming up like way too quick. We love Christmas time and all of the Christmassy things.
Yes.
And I always feel like December goes so fast.
I know.
It's like, yay, it's finally December, and then you blink, and then it's like Christmas Eve, and you're like, what the heck?
I know. I get the lights up on the house, and we do this stuff, get the tree up inside, and it's like I want to live in this Christmas season for like 2 months.
Yeah, it needs to be like, it needs to be like twice as long, I think.
And maybe that's actually why people put their stuff up in like November.
October.
So that they're like, Christmas
that
is for our family is 2 months long.
That is why they do it.
But yeah, I mean, I still have shopping to do. I don't know about you.
I saw this meme and it cracked me up because it was like just a meme of a conversation, and it was like, are you ready for Christmas? Me. No, Janet, I'm not even ready for today. I was like, that's so on point. I was like, totally me.
Yeah.
Because time moved so fast, and I'm like, oh, we have time, and then all of a sudden you don't have time anymore. And so, and it's hard with like work and kids to like find time to like go somewhere and shop or money, Unfortunately, there's not unlimited funds. So,
Yeah, and I think like it's also a challenge as the boys get older, that trying to like keep them focused on like what Christmas is, for our family, what it's all about.
Right.
And
and the stuff they want is like way more expensive. It's not like, action figure.
Yeah. And we don't really love the idea of like filling our house up with more stuff.
Yeah, we
Christmas.
have too much stuff. And I feel like every Christmas, only maybe like half of the stuff gets like actually used.
Yeah.
So, we're trying to limit the stuffs.
Yeah, because there's just so much clutter in the house, I feel like, after Christmas, and it's it's nobody's fault, but it just feels like if we could, it's almost like, I think Cassidy and I are on the same page with this, but like that we kind of almost wish we could just like spend money on like experiences instead of just like things that are just going to be like discarded or forgotten about.
Yeah. Collecting dust.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like I never know what to say I want when someone asks me what I want for Christmas.
I know, me neither.
And also, I think our whole house doesn't know what they want. I don't know if it's like the pressure of being asked in the moment. You like suddenly forget everything you've been eyeballing, but
well, Shepard, no. I mean, Shepard has a list.
Shepard does have a list.
Shepard's like, oh, I know exactly what I want.
But I
have
like,
a list.
I know. I feel like he will just find stuff that he says he wants.
Yeah.
Like he could find something he could want anywhere.
Right.
The grocery store. It's like, I've wanted this for so long. Like, what?
I know. I was like, please, Dad, please give me this. And I'm like, dude, you didn't even know about that until like we came here today.
Yeah, exactly. And so, I told my mom, the best gift would just be money or gift cards. And she was like, isn't that kind of impersonal? I'm like, no, it's very personal and very nice because it's a win-win. You don't have to think of stuff to buy me, and I get to pick out whatever I want.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty.
I feel like also it's a very like millennial thing to be like, we just want money. We just want to catch up.
Yeah.
In our lives to where we need to be.
Because the stuff I want is like not stuff you can wrap up under a tree, like a new couch, a new car.
Yeah.
A new fridge, adult things.
A mommy makeover.
Heck yeah. A mommy makeover. Wrap me up and put me under the tree.
Yes.
But yeah, we don't need any more trinkets. What else has been going on? The Niners are playing.
The Niners are playing today, and
those who don't know, Dave is a huge 49ers fan, as his whole family.
24. The Niners are up 24-10 in the third quarter right now,
and they're playing the Titans.
Or 2-11, so we better.
Yes. I think Dave kind of got me into football, and now I'm a big football fan now.
Yeah.
But the boys won't watch football. I'm like, aren't y'all boys? Aren't y'all supposed to like football? But maybe someday.
Yeah, I know. I want them to be into football because I got into football when I was a kid and I would watch with my dad and stuff. But, kids these days, their attention span is
That's
just
it.
so like hard to nail down on things.
Yeah,
So,
that's it. It's a long and drawn out game. It's hard for them to stay.
yeah, definitely is.
Yeah. And we love the Longhorns, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, this house is Longhorns football and 49ers football.
Yeah.
And San Antonio Spurs, but not doing so great.
They're not so great anymore. I don't even know anybody on the Spurs.
Besides Wembyana.
Yeah, I don't even know that.
He's a big player right now for them.
Anything else been going on?
What else is going on? We had our my company's Christmas party last night.
We did.
And we got to go.
We got to like put on real clothes and dress up.
I know, it's always nice to like dress up and go rub elbows with like other adults. And like this one, had doctors and like some other people.
And a bar.
It was like a roof, like a top
yeah.
story of a hotel bar with a balcony. It was very nice, and food was.
Yeah, and they had like a raffle with prizes.
Yeah.
And my co-host here won a prize, and he won pilot lessons.
It's an hour of lesson in the air and half hour of ground lessons, like lessons on the ground before you go up and fly. So I will be donning my flight suit and flying a Cessna.
Jeez Louise. He said, "Oh, we got to go to this party because they have great prizes." Last year they gave away like a 70-inch flat screen TV. I'm like, "Oh, heck yeah." And he said, "This year here they have some crazy stuff. Even one of them is pilot lessons." So then on our way here, I was like, "You better not win the pilot lessons." So then he goes up there and he opens the box and he just shoots me a look.
Yeah. I just looked at her like, well, guess what this is? It's the pilot lessons. But it turns out it was actually like the nicest of all three prizes.
It was the best one of all of them, I think. So
the other prizes were a nurse won sailing lessons.
Yeah, or I don't know if that was lessons, but maybe just sailing.
I think it was
on the lake.
Yeah, on Lake Travis. At least it wasn't like on the.
There was an iFly, which we've done.
We've done that. So this was actually like a skill that I can actually turn into.
Hey, at least it's you. So. Oh, shut up, stupid ass. At least it's you and you're not scared, because if it was me, I'd be like, well, I ain't going up there. Heck no.
I mean, you got to do it. I mean, you got to just try.
So that'll sounds fun for you.
Tom Cruise can become a pilot, and I can become a pilot. Actually, it's not a very good corollary, because he like does all his own stunts in Mission Impossible. So
yeah,
that's
exactly.
Not me. But I still think I could learn how to fly a plane.
We'll see.
And we're going to do it.
We'll see. A whole 1.5 hours of instruction.
Maybe we'll talk about it on here when I do it.
Oh, we totally will. And we'll have videos and photos and stuff. It'll be hilarious. No. But he does get motion sick, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
We'll have to get him a little scopolamine patch.
Yeah. Or take some Dramamine or whatever.
You'll be asleep at the pilot wheel.
Just dozing off, and instructor's like,
"Sir,
failed. You failed.
You failed. It's a flying test."
I literally had to stay awake while I talked to you, and you fell asleep. So,
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was cool to get dressed up and cute and hang out with other people, and
and Dave had some drinks. I mean, I had like half of one.
Cassidy
I'm not a huge
wine.
fan of alcoholic beverages, but Dave is a cheap date. He's like toasted after one glass of wine.
Although, I mean, I had a couple drinks, but I did not drive home. So,
no. And you did good. You weren't like
I was
too silly.
I was just like nice.
He gets very silly and very lovey.
I'm a very lovable drunk, I guess. But I do that in controlled environments, like on vacation or at home or
right
at her parents' house.
Yes. Well, we're kind of boring, honestly, because we work and we have kids. So between going to work, coming home, dealing with the kids, by the time that all happens, we're exhausted.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we're just going to sit and watch our shows And that's our idea of a good time. So,
but I do think that there's a beauty in our life to like taking care of our kids, and then obviously working hard to make sure that we're still loving and pursuing each other in the midst of all of our chaos.
Yeah.
And I still look at Cassidy every day and think she's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Oh, so sweet. Yes, even when I'm in hobo mode.
Yeah.
He says I'm pretty, I guess, but
I know. So when she dresses up like she did last night, it's like out of control.
oh gosh, I cannot with you. All right, y'all. Well, I think that's it for today's little catch up. Thanks for hanging out with us and listening to our ramblings. If you liked this more laid back episode, just make sure you're following Mom's Favorite on Instagram and everywhere you get your podcasts so that you don't miss what's next. And if you're in the middle of that pre-Christmas chaos, especially with feral kids, we see you. Thanks for listening. Until next time, bye bitches.